भावातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्याधिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Yes, Nityanandam, and welcome. Welcome back after this wonderful darshan by Swamiji in the form of Bhagavan Ashwarudhamurti, unveiling the secrets of the Guru-disciple, the Guru-Shishya Sampradaya, which is the foundation of Hinduism, and revealing the deeper meaning, the deeper secrets of the Guru Gita. Everything that we are learning, everything that we are getting initiated into, everything that we are manifesting is grounded on the connection with our Guru. And so does the power manifestation. As we are getting ready to enter into the next power manifestation round, as usual, the first session after darshan, let's remember that it is always from this connection, from the feeling connection with the Guru, that all these powers manifest, because they are Shaktis and not Siddhis, which express from the space of oneness. So throughout this power manifestation, many of you had breakthroughs yesterday as we had a few rounds of third eye reading. But remember the same cognition that we were playing with, experiencing more and more oneness. Yes, so let's now get ready to enter into the power manifestation session. We are all filled with the energy of initiation, Shakti Pada, from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The Guru's grace is showering upon all of us. So with this energy, with this intensity, let us now start the power manifestation. We will be manifesting the power of the third eye. You will be projecting a picture in the screen, and with your eyes, two physical eyes, completely blindfolded, you will not be able to see anything through the two physical eyes. Only with the help of the third eye, you will be scanning and seeing what the picture is, and then drawing the picture on a piece of paper. You can also share with us then what was revealed to you, and then we will verify in the end and match it with the actual picture which was projected on the screen during the power manifestation. All right. So before we enter into the actual power manifestation round, let's have a quick look at the Shastra Praman, that is the scriptural evidence of this power, where Paramashiva himself in Agama describes this power and gives the context of how to manifest this power. So the verse goes as Kapalantarmano nasya tishthanmilitalochanaha kramena manaso dadhyat lakshayet lakshyam uttamam. The translation for this verse goes as, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind and inner space, through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal, Lakshyam, by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source, that is Paramashiva. So this forms the scriptural evidence where Paramashiva is describing how to manifest this power of third eye. Of course, for us it's even easier because all we have to do is remember Swamiji in our inner space. We can visualize Swamiji in our third eye. Swamiji, who is the very manifestation of Paramashiva himself. All we need to do is connect with him, and he simply flows through us and manifests as all the powers of Paramashiva. So let's now get ready. Sit cross-legged on the floor. If you're not comfortable on the floor, you can sit on the chair with your head, neck, and spine in the straight line. Keeping your head, neck, and spine in the straight line keeps the Kundalini Shakti, the inner potential energy that you have, always raising from Mooladhara, the root center, the root energy center, to the crown center, the Sahasrara Chakra, keeping in the state of oneness. And from that state of oneness, this power manifests.
So remember Bhagwan Sri Nityananda Paramashiva, Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in your third eye. Visualize him. Sit in absolute unclutched state. Any incompletion, complete and drop it. Be in the space of perpetual completion. Chant Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham, invoking the space of oneness with Paramashiva, oneness with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Do Tyaga of all your incompletions, all your identities. Sit with your first person as Paramashiva's first person, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, his first person identity, declaring complete integrity with him, to experience the being of Paramashiva. So now, tie your eye bands. We will be starting with the power manifestation. Quickly tie your eye bands, close your eyes. Make sure you are not able to see anything through your two physical eyes. If you don't have an eye band or a blindfold, you can tie a piece of opaque cloth tightly around your two eyes. The test is that even if you open the eyes from inside the blindfold, you should not be able to see anything. There should not be any light entering even through any corners, up or down, anywhere. It should be completely blocked. In that darkness itself, in the front of your eyes, in that complete space of darkness, the revelation will happen. You'll be able to see through the third eye. So let's quickly tie the eye bands before we project the picture for all of you. Yes. So now, yes, hopefully you've all tied the blindfold around your two physical eyes. So let's now start chanting the Mahavakya, connect with Swamiji, and we'll be projecting the picture for all of you.
नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द Paramashivoham Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda.
Yes, now relax. So we have removed the picture from the screen. You can now untie your eye bands. You can draw, if you have not drawn already, you can draw on a piece of paper what was being revealed to you, exactly what you saw through your third eye. And you can also share in the chat with us and with other participants what you saw. And then we will verify against the actual picture that was projected. So quickly, let's see what was revealed to all of you. And also draw the picture. You can type in the chat what you saw. Yes, one participant is saying that they saw yellow. Okay. What about others? What did you see? You can type in the chat and share it. You could have seen pictures, you could have seen some colors, shapes, sometimes even words about what the picture is about. It can be anything. You just have to play with this power, and Swamiji reveals the information in various ways. So it depends from person to person. So that's why we're asking for all of you to share what all was revealed to you, and we can have fun with it basically and celebrate this joy together. Okay, anyway, we'll share the picture with all of you so that you can see and compare. Yes. So this is the picture, a red heart with a yellow background. So yes, participant who said yellow, definitely there's a lot of yellow in this picture. Congratulations. You actually saw through the third eye the information that was there in the picture. So congratulations for manifesting this power. Even for others who saw some information, it can be a part of the picture or the entire picture itself. Congratulations to all of you. And even for others, we would encourage you to manifest this power more and more so that you can get better at it. Okay. So let's now have another round of this power manifestation. You can all tie your eye bands again because we'll be projecting the next picture. We'll be projecting the next picture. Before that, make sure you tie your eye bands. Close your two physical eyes completely. Chant Mahavakya loudly. It will reduce your mental chatter, the thoughts and everything that keep on going inside our mind. So it creates that blank space in front of you in that darkness when your two physical eyes are actually closed or there is no light entering. So in that darkness itself, you can easily then see through your third eye. And also make sure you keep your third eye in a complete restful awareness. Don't put any stress or strain on the third eye, on that area, this area, Agnya Chakra, between the two eyebrows. Keep it absolutely restful, relaxed, in the receptive space. And chant the Mahavakya. You can even hum the Mahavakya from your navel, breathing deeply. And then through your third eye, you can scan and see what the picture projected on the screen is. And once you see, you can start drawing the picture as well. Yes, so we have projected the picture. The second picture. You can start the power manifestation, start chanting the Mahavakya, and let the power manifestation begin.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivoham 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nityananda.
Yes. Now relax and open your blindfolds or eye bands. So now let's share what you all saw. You can also draw the picture. As much as you saw, you can put it in on the piece of paper and then you can verify. Yes, let's see what all you saw. You can put it in the chat, let us know. Yes. Let us project the picture. Meanwhile, you can let us know how your experience was. Yes, so this is the picture. Person playing a guitar. So anything related to this picture, any detail that you saw, it can be something even related to guitar or music, secondary information. If you have even seen that, you're on the right track. So for all those who manifested this power, congratulations. Even for others, keep on manifesting the power. You'll get better and better. So it's also time for us to head over to the social media platforms and share your experience of this power manifestation session. You can share your experience in the social media platforms, inviting others also to experience the science of power manifestation in their own lives and to have a superconscious breakthrough, to really go to the next level and come out of the whole mediocre lifestyle and manifest their possibilities and powers in all the dimensions and experience fulfillment in life. So invite them using the Paramashivoham link that will be putting in the chat window. You can share that link with all the people and enrich them also to experience Paramashivoham in their life. So with this, we now come to the end of this power manifestation session. And we will now be moving to the next segment. So today we are celebrating the happening of Guru in our lives, especially the Guru happening in our lives as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Avatar, the incarnation of Paramashiva himself. We are most blessed to have him in our own lives. And throughout this series of sessions, we are learning more and more in depth about the significance of Guru in our life and how to connect with the Master, how to connect with the Guru, what is the right way, right attitude to enjoy the Guru-disciple relationship, to really experience and taste the fulfillment of Guru-disciple relationship in our life. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has given us so many powerful cognitions and teachings on how to connect with the Guru, what is the right way to connect with the Guru, so that you can really experience Guru's love and Guru's grace in your own life. So let us now watch a video where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is giving us deeper understanding on the same theme of how to connect with the Guru through surrender. How surrender is the best way to connect with the Guru. Surrendering our ego, surrendering our intellect, intelligence, everything that we know as us, our very identity, at the feet of our Master. And what is the right way to do it? Let's watch this video.
See, actually, to whom you surrender is not important. Surrendering is important because you are holding on to some stupid things. So if you just dump that stupidity, that's enough. And whether you want to surrender to Shiva or Krishna or Rama or Devi or in my name, you can surrender it in any name to anybody. After all, it's a garbage. What's the use for you? Drop it. No, your mind is the worst garbage you collected. In my hometown, I had a great opportunity to live with this Siddha, Ram Surat Kumar, his name is. I think the other day I was explaining, he used to be always in the cremation ground and smoking bidi. And one of the things he will do is he will go all over the Tiruvannamalai town and collect all the garbage, bring it in the gunny bag and keep it near the place where he was staying. It became like a almost 1,000 gunny bag. When people ask, why are you gathering all this? He says, I am only gathering outside, you are gathering inside, go. And I am only gathering outside, you are gathering inside. And I have to remind you, this is what you guys are doing, that is why I am doing this. 1,000 bag. Later on when he became popular, his devotees auctioned it and got 70 crore auctioning the garbage bags and built his ashram. And people, each one of them took one bag in auction and kept it in their house, in the puja room. And no, there are many people still worshipping it. And it has become a big asset for them because everything was touched by himself, he himself. It's a great Siddha lived in Tiruvannamalai. Understand, I am defining surrender, bhakti. Surrender and bhakti. Giving the GPA, general power of attorney, to Mahadeva, saying whether I understand and appreciate or not, whether I understand or not, appreciate or not, what my life need to go through, how I need to experience the flow of life and law of life in the ultimate intelligence of you, Mahadeva, your third eye. From your third eye, when you see how I should be with the flow of life and law of life, let that become reality. Whether I understand or not, accept or not, appreciate or not, ready to receive or not, I am giving you the whole GPA now itself. Do it. This is surrender. This is surrender. And when he does it, enjoying is bhakti. Understand? Giving the GPA to him is surrender. And when he does his job, enjoying it is bhakti. That is bhakti. Understand the constant death which is supposed to happen in you. If you cherish it with bhakti, it will become celebration and liberation. If what we want happens or does not happen, I will never question him.
When I surrender to Him with that devotion, He gives me the experience, whatever happens is a victory. And I am seeing whatever is happening is leading to bigger, greater victories. Listen, I asked the people in front of me, oh, you guys want me to question Mahadeva? Question Sadashiva? No. Even you feeling stressed is abusing Sadashiva. Feeling stressed means what? So you are questioning life given by Him? So you are going to question Him? No. No question of questioning Him. I am a chaste disciple, follower. No question of questioning Him. Don't tell Sadashiva how big your problems are. Tell your problems how big your Sadashiva is. Come what may, I will not question Him with our logic. Listen, you feeling you are lower than me is no way respecting me. Neither you feeling you are higher than me. If you have that feeling, it's a stupidity. So don't eat. Don't even feel you are equivalent to me. Word equivalent comes from unequivalent. The very existence of the word equivalent is not Advaita, it is Dvaita. Equivalent and unequivalent. Even that comes from the pattern of jealousy. On foundation of jealousy it is standing. You are one with me.
See, when that comes, tell yourself, you gave the faith and you are giving the doubt. Now I am putting both at your feet. You do what you want and leave me. You gave the faith. Nobody else can give. And you are giving the doubt. Now you take both and leave me. That is what we call surrender beyond the doubt. Anyhow. So you guys are clear now? No, nothing. Don't allow anything out. Body movements are okay. Don't allow any sound. Any of you have any doubt in this story? The mind, I can say thought flow. See, the spindle is the unclutching technique. The mind which moves this side and that side. See, the demons are bad thoughts. The demigods are good thoughts. But between good thoughts and bad thoughts, there is some connection. That connection is the snake.
Being completely comfortable, flowing with everything and knowing all the existential flow and law, yama, niyama. When you know the flow, that does not mean you will try to break the flow. Even though you have a power to break the flow, You are so beautiful to flow with everything. First and foremost thing you need to do in your life is Sarvam Brahmopanishatam. Everything is consciousness. God. With anything I am not comfortable, let me dig out why. It will always be immature cognitions put inside you because of your immaturity by immature people. Dig out, at least know it. Know it. At one day you may gain the wealth of surrender to Guru Vak after enough of torture by the life. That day, at least you will come out of this pattern.
Surrender your form into His form. Surrender your name into His name. Surrender your being into His being. Surrender your consciousness into His consciousness. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Of course, one good thing I had, I think this is the greatest boon Sadashiva gave, just obeying the Guru Vak. I think that's the greatest wealth I brought with me, I tell you. The future may think, future may describe various things as my main contribution. Some may say my Gurukul is my contribution, and some may say the science of manifesting powers is my great contribution. Some may say science of enlightenment is my great contribution. But I tell you, the greatest thing I brought, which was useful for me, is surrender to the Guru Vak. If any of you feel in a very short span, in a very young age, in small number of years, I have done big work. Whoever feels, if you feel that, if you want to know the secret, I tell you, complete surrender to the Guru Vak, to the letter and spirit, that reduced lot of time wastage. Spend half an hour or 1 hour. Find out to what you are integrated. Whatever you are experiencing in your life, you are integrated to that. Are you feeling poverty? You are integrated to that. Are you feeling wealth? You are integrated to that. Are you feeling rich? You are integrated to that. Are you feeling healthy? You are integrated to that. Are you feeling sick? You are integrated to that. To something you are integrated. Recognize to what you are integrated. That recognizing will awaken you. It will awaken inside your inner being. all the problems of life can be solved by recognizing to what you are integrated. If you are highly integrated to your laziness, then that is what you are integrated. Many people come and tell me, Swamiji, I surrender myself to you, but can you exempt me from the morning routine? It means what? You are more integrated to your morning sleep, tiredness and laziness than to me. If I just remove this morning routine, I will have 10,000 Adinavasis here by tomorrow. But what is the use? What is the use? We had 3,000 snakes in this campus before I came. What is the use? Understand whether you have problem with your laziness, whether you have problem with your inefficiency, whether you have problem with your behaviors, whether you have problem with your food patterns, whether you have problem with your sleep patterns, whether you have problem with your thought current patterns, whatever may be the problem, just understand you are integrated. You just need to recognize to what you are integrated. I remember once certain Nevedyam, temple Nevedyam was brought in Tiruvannamalai, that always this wandering monks will come. One sadhu from Puri Jagannath brought the Mahaprasadam, that rice. And Kuppammal and Isaki Swami, Yogananda Puri, all three were sitting, and the devotee brought, and they were sitting in a place called Panchamukham in Tiruvannamalai. The hill appears as Mahasadashiva with a 5 face. The place is called Panchamukham. You will see 5 hillocks beautifully. Sadashiva's 5 faces. So they all the 3 were sitting. I was collecting the small thorny bush wood to burn, because it was getting cold. It was evening, getting cold, so I thought I'll collect all the thorny bush and put the fire for them to feel comfortable. You can see, yes. This is the Panchamukham. I think the photograph is showing only 4. It will be actually 5. If the full view is shown, it will be 5. Beautifully the Satyojata, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Agora, Ishan, all the 5 faces Mahadeva shows is Panchamukham. And we were not sitting on the foothill, just little above. From our ashram, straight you can walk, and there is an internal path to this place. So we were sitting, and I was collecting all the thorny bushes to make fire. One beautiful thing is that hill itself is a fire. Any old stone of that hill, if you get and rub, you will get fire. You will get the sparks. You just need to get the old stones of Tiruvannamalai, which will not be like a stone color. It will be like a yellowish color, because it was the hill was embodiment of fire. So if you pick up those stones and rub them, you will get that sparks, and that's the way we used to make the fire. And I was collecting, one devotee brought this Puri Jagannath Prasad and put it at their feet, and the way he presented, it was so with so much of devotion and love. They decided to eat, and they started eating, and they asked me also to eat. It was looking very hard. I said, how can I eat this and digest? Isaki Swami made a very beautiful statement. If it is brought in front of you, your stomach is empowered to digest it. The kind of a surrender and floating on the surrender every moment. I think in his whole life he never hit a rock. The so-called, what you say, disillusionment or a so-called reality. I think throughout his life he lived in ecstasy. Ecstasy of that surrender, where you are taken care, supported, no conflict between inner and outer space. It's very difficult for a common man to grasp that space possible. It was very powerful word. The moment he uttered, it just clicked with me.
I'll move to today's satsang subject. How the science of completion, when added with the devotion, becomes a powerful experience of liberation. Please understand. First time I am going to connect these two sciences, science of completion and science of surrender, in the traditional bhakti literatures. The Dasa Parampara, Kanakadasa, Purantaradasa, Vittaladasa, Bhakti Sampradaya of the great Shaiva Nayanmars and Kanakadasa, Purandaradasa, Vittaladasa, Dasa Parampara. The great devotees like Meera, Andal, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, from the Narada's Bhakti Sutras, the whole Bhakti Sampradaya finally evolves to the ultimate surrender. We call it Atma Sharanagati. And the science of completion, the science of completion is from the Advaita Sampradaya, Yoga Vedanta Sampradaya, and the science of surrender is from Bhakti Sampradaya. How both complement each other. Please understand. Ultimately, the complete completion happens when you don't even bother about complete completion. Even the desire or the effort for the complete completion is surrendered. Even when that effort is surrendered at the feet of the divine, the complete completion happens. The science of surrender. Please listen. Listen sincerely and intensely. The more and more completion you do, the more and more the surrender starts happening in you. I need to define surrender. Surrender is no way starts with powerlessness or gives you the powerlessness experience or ends in powerlessness. Surrender starts with powerfulness, leads you from power to more powerfulness, ends in ultimate powerfulness. Surrender is no way connected to powerlessness. Many times in your powerlessness, that giving up, you call it as surrender. No, giving up is not surrender. Giving up is not surrender. ध्यान से सुनिए. Listen. Giving up is not surrender. A Shiva Bhakta will never give up on himself or others. Surrender doesn't come by powerlessness. It comes by tremendous powerfulness. The science of completion and the science of powerfulness both complement each other. The science of completion and science of powerfulness both complement each other. When you complete more and more, you become powerful. When you surrender more and more, you become powerful. More completion leads to more surrender leads to more completion.
Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Consciously decide to be surrendered, to be in oneness with Paramashiva. It is not necessary you need to be 24 hours remembering him or any other prerequisite or demand. Listen, I'll explain detailed way. Consciously, what you know as you, from that integrity, if you decide and declare, O Mahadeva, Paramashiva, consciously what I know as me, with that whole my core being, I declare, I surrender myself to you, Prabhu Mahadeva, Paramashiva, manifest through me. Let oneness happen between you and what I know as me. Just this simple declaration, connection is enough. After that, there is no condition you should be this way, that way, all that.
Yes. So Mahapurusha Swami says, surrender is not giving up. The real surrender happens when we decide to live, when we decide to assert ourselves, when we decide to be life positive and drop all the fears or the anger, whatever dirt that we have in our inner space. And Swamiji further reveals that whatever goes on in our inner space, whatever goes on in our life, whatever we experience in our life, we are integrated to that. So be it poverty or wealth, be it positive or negative, strength, powerfulness or powerlessness, whatever we experience, we are integrated to that. Because in some way or another, we cherish that inside. For example, let's say anger. We don't even need to actually face a certain situation. Many times that anger is just there inside. Even just by thinking about something, sometimes we visualize conflicts and we create them in our reality, even when it's not there before, because we cherish this anger, for example. So this is going to be the theme of our next exercise. We're going to be spending few minutes internalizing and looking at and seeing what are we really devoted to. What are we continuously remembering in our inner space, and what are we cherishing inside? So here, for the next few minutes, remember that the base understanding is that what you are devoted to, you become that. So that is the message behind harness the power of feeling connection. Because feeling connection is something that we need to continuously opt for, that we need to choose. In our inner space, there will always be these two sides. On one side, we have the incompletion, the powerlessness, anger, and so on, the fear. And on the other side, we will have the feeling connection. How just by remembering Swamiji inside, how we are filled with energy, inspiration, strength, and so on. So this feeling connection is something that we need to choose over. We need to choose the feeling connection over all these patterns. And that is true surrender. When we decide to drop all these patterns consciously and choosing for the feeling connection. So now, just take a few moments and pen down what you are actually devoted to. So you will see that sometimes there are situations you are devoted to Swamiji, you are devoted to your higher potentials, possibilities, positive, life positive things. And there are moments where you are devoted to negativity, fear, anger, and so on. So now it's important that we identify these very specifically, going into details, that you gain a lot of clarity about what you actually are devoted to, so that if at all it is to spring again in your life, now you will know what is the source. And of course, if it is identified, then you can take care that it does not, you do not manifest that again. Next time that you see these kind of thoughts coming in your inner space, then you will catch yourself and you will know, you remember that I am devoted to this. Therefore, I am going to be manifesting this if I do not drop it, if I do not surrender, choosing the feeling connection over the patterns. So now, take a few moments and pen down which 11 powerful cognitions inspire your life and empower your feeling connection with Swamiji. So there are two sides to this exercise. On one side is to find what we are actually devoted to, and on the other side, the powerful cognition that we are inspired to. So all of us have learned or heard hundreds of powerful cognitions throughout this Paramashivoham. We may not be able to remember all of them. Some of them don't necessarily click with us, but there are some powerful cognitions, some truth that would have strongly clicked with you, that you can just like that you can just like that remember in your inner space, and it inspires you, it clicks with you. So write down 11 powerful cognitions like this and find out what you are devoted to. So you can have two columns, maybe find out what you are devoted to. If it's negative, what powerful cognitions you are going to manifest in these situations. Because, for example, if you are devoted to fear, solution is the powerful cognition, but unless you take some time and get involved to find out what is the powerful cognition that you are going to apply the next time you face your fear, then at that moment, when that happens, you will not have the powerful cognition ready in your inner space. So that is why you have to get involved ahead of time. Now that you have this free time to sit with yourself, to instill this powerful cognition in your inner space. So I'm going to be projecting the assignment. You can read again if you need. We'll be giving a few minutes. If you have any question during the exercise, you can let us know in the Zoom chat. Otherwise, let's start the exercise, and we'll be back after a few minutes. All right. So I hope that was enough for you to identify what you are really devoted to and what powerful cognitions you need to manifest to counter these thought currents, to replace these thought currents. The fundamental truth that you need to remember is that, be it negative or positive, be it anger, fear, or your devotion to the Guru, your commitment to your higher possibilities, whatever you cherish in your inner space, you always manifest that. So always keep awareness on what goes on inside, what kind of thoughts you have, what kind of thoughts go on when you perform your daily activities. And because these thoughts will inevitably end up becoming your reality. So the whole point here is to become aware of these thoughts, because how much ever we know it, the moment certain situations happen, now we know the truth very well, but let's say that we remember someone with whom we had a conflict, then these thoughts start invading our inner space and we completely lose sight of the truth. And finally, we give birth to unwanted situations in our life. So this is the whole point of this exercise, surrendering all of this to at the feet of the master and choosing to hold on to the feeling connection and to the powerful cognitions instead. So let's now move ahead and begin our last session for today. We are going to be learning about practicing the presence of God. So remembering, we do not know about God. We only know about Swamiji, about our Guru. So remembering our Guru, remembering Swamiji and how Swamiji would respond to situations. What are the strategies? What is the thinking? What is the attitude with which Swamiji would handle situations? And by this, applying the same in our lives. All right. So let's come to a space of listening and let's start this final session for today.
Today I wanted to share a few truths about practicing the presence of God. It's a very beautiful story. You all would have read this story in school. There was a guru and he had 10 disciples. There was one chief disciple, very brilliant and highly spiritual. So naturally, Guru was giving attention to that disciple more. So the jealous started among other disciples. So all the other disciples wanted to defame, abuse, disrespect this chief disciple who was getting too much of master's attention. Somehow they wanted to move him out of master's attention. Master also observed. He observes everything, even though you think he sits with closed eyes. He observed what goes on, all the absurdity which goes on when he is with closed eyes, or when people think he is with closed eyes. One day he wanted to tell all the disciples why he is giving more importance to the chief disciple, the sincere disciple. So he called everybody, kept a small test, giving each one of them one banana and telling them, go and eat in a place where nobody sees you, where you are not observed by anybody. All the fellows ran here and there. One ran behind the kitchen, one ran behind the sarovar, one ran outside the gate, one was hiding in the temple Gudon. They all ate and came back, except this chief disciple. He came back with the banana without eating it. All the disciples asked, why? You did not find any place. He just kept quiet. Master asked, you did not find any place where nobody was observing you. The disciple says very beautifully, it's a very small story. All of you would have known. Master, I am not able to find any place where God is not observing me, where God is not seeing me. I feel everywhere His presence. This story was known to all of you as a knowledge. Unfortunately, it did not become wisdom. The story has multiple layers of meaning and understanding. First thing, there is no shortcut for spirituality. There is no shortcut for enlightenment. There is no technique for enlightenment. Technique means shortcut. There is no shortcut. You have to iron out your 24 hours with a clear understanding of practicing the presence of God in your body, mind, actions, in everything. The clear, intense awareness has to be imbibed. Second thing, whatever you experience as God, when you experience me, some will have 30% fear and 30% love, 30% confused emotions. Some will have maybe 50% fear, 40% confused emotions. Some will have 100% fear. Some will have 100% love, no fear. Different ways you will be experiencing the Guru. Whatever you experience as Guru, that's what your experience as God. You have no other experience. Whatever may be the experience you have about Guru, whether it is with fear or the attitude of master and disciple, or the attitude of father and son, or the attitude of mother and son, or the attitude of friend, or the attitude of beloved, practice 24 hours. Two things will happen. One, your action will fall into awareness. Second, that fear, whatever the lower experience you have about the master will extinct, will be burnt away. The percentage of fear you experience with me will be burnt away. The percentage of other emotions, except pure surrender you experience with me, will be burnt away. These two things is possible only by practicing intensely the presence of Guru, practicing the presence of the Master. When you sit in your office, think, this place is owned by Swamiji. How Swamiji will maintain this office? When you sit and talk to people, if Swamiji is here physically, how will I talk? When you do Guru Puja, when I am here physically, just remember, if he is sitting with open eyes, how I will do? Practicing the presence is the only way. Is the only way. Only way. Your arrogant, egoistic logic can go on justifying. No, there is some other technique. Or you can go on postponing with it. That is what I call hypocritic loopholes. The air hole air bubble in the copper wire will not allow the copper wire to be a conductor. Electricity will never flow. Same way, the hypocrisy between the relationship, when you practice my presence, the hypocrisy you handle, you have it, it's like air bubble, will not allow the guru-disciple relationship to happen, will never, the presence will permeate, penetrate you. Practicing the presence with tremendous respect is the only way. That is the only way.
Understand this initiation, this Shaktipada is the purpose of my existence, to give you this Shaktipada only. I exist and I come here and sit again and again every day. This is the reason I am alive and I reveal myself to all of you. I sincerely bless all of you as living manifestation of Paramashiva, as Paramashiva. I bless you all and initiate all of you. Whoever decides to trust my revelation about me as Paramashiva, I tell you, once this happened, Arunagiri Ishvara was supposed to give me an initiation. He told me that it's a ritualistic initiation, so prepare formally. Means I'll have to get one fruit and one betel leaf and one fruit means banana, one betel leaf, betel nut. And in those days the dakshina will be that 4 annas. 4 anna is I think 25 paise. You have to keep some coin for that 4 anna. And you will have to get one towel, means a piece of cloth. These are supposed to be offered as a dakshina. So he told me, prepare everything and come with all that. He was supposed to give a very ritualistic initiation. One beautiful thing, that one thing with Arunagiri Ishvara I have seen, even though he transmits all the experiences, everything, left and right, he will never miss performing something which need to be done ritually, to educate me, to teach me a lesson. So I will do the same for all of you. He will never avoid ritual. See, he will make me experience the whole satya of sannyasa. That does not mean he will not perform the ritual. He will end, after that he will perform the ritual also and give formally the consolidation. So one day he told me that prepare everything and come. The whole thing will cost maybe less than 1 rupee. Because the towel, already I had one towel, means that Angavastram. Only the other few things I need to buy, which is less than a rupee. With including that 4 anna I am supposed to give as dakshina, whole thing will cost only less than whole thing will be 1 rupee. I went to my grandfather. He's the funder usually for all my rituals and all the expenses. I went to him and I still remember that the steel table, and that side he was sitting in the chair, and usually kids when they go and sit on, that is my bar, that jumping bar, in that I'll put my hand down and try to jump 3-4 times, tata, tata, to get his attention, and he will say, Enada, Samir Bhai, Vantiya, means, what Swami, you have come? And then I said that, like this I am going to have some puja and initiation, I want 1 rupee. He will not usually handle the cash, so he will look at the cashier, will be just sitting next to him. He will look at him, and they, in the eyes itself they have a signal how much to give and all that. And by now I had already studied the signal. If he just shows through the eye, only what I ask will be given. If he shows with a little smile also, then little more than what I ask will be given. All that signal now I studied. And if you stand on the table and jump few more time and nacharchify, in the Tamil it is nacharchify, means nagging, little nagging. Tata, innum konjam tata, tata, innum konjam tata. Means if you stand and nag, nacharchify, you will get 1 more coin or 2 more coin. And he told me that by the time before sunset, come. Before the sun sets, I am supposed to go to Arunagiri Yogeshwara, so he has to do the rituals and give. I know now it is, sun is going to set. I need to run. But I was standing there nacharchifying. Thinking that if I stand for few more minutes, I'll get few more coins. I can buy something with that when I am going back to temple. And as usual, when I stood there and nacharchify, nag, he smiled at that cashier. That fellow, you Baba, I have not seen a person like this. He will count such a way almost that he will tear that note, or almost half of the weight of that coin will go away the way he rubs. His name was Shanmugam, my grandfather's partner. And he will count. Ndada, Samervaya. Finally, he will put that coin. So because I was standing and nagging, I got a few more coins. I think 2-3 coins he gave. I took it and ran. By the time almost sunset has happened. By the time I ran to him with all the things, almost sunset has happened, and listen now is the real thing. Whenever I go to Arunagiri Yogeshwara, first thing, a wide, broad smile, and he will stretch his leg for me to touch his feet. That's the way he will welcome me, receive me. Vada? He will stretch his leg with a wide smile. That is the way he will always receive. And I will run and touch his feet. That day, he did not stretch his feet. Smile was not, I will not say there was no smile, but I know it was a limited expression. And he did not stretch his leg. That's it. I know. Underline, slight, but very strong message for me. Fortunately, I had such deep Guru Bhakti Sadashiva gave. Even the light warnings from Guru made me wake up from my blind spots and catch his feet, change my cognition. I should say, that's the biggest right thing, which is much more important than the initiation from Guru, which lifted me and made me experience oneness with him. It is your ability to see the slight warnings he gives and catch, change the cognition, saves you in life. Because many times he doesn't want to interfere with your freedom, with your will, with what you want to do in your life. It is the slight messages. It's a light underlines. Listen carefully. This underlines light warnings. Very subtle messages. If you can catch that and change your depth, you are saved. He did not stretch his leg. That is enough to shake me. I ran and just held his feet and said, Swami மன்னிச்சிருங்க லேட் ஆயிருச்சு, தப்பு பண்ணிட்டனே, means forgive me, God delayed, I made a mistake. He said in Tamil very beautifully, இந்த சேவையை விட அதிக பணம் வேணுன்ற ஆசையினால தேவையில்லாமல் சரியான நேரத்தை இழக்கிற பரப்பா. He told me I am greedy for money. பணத்தாசையடா. It just shook me. Yes. Because for initiation, I'll try to repeat the whole conversation. See, for initiation, I need only 1 rupee. I don't need to be standing there and nagging my grandfather for few more coins. Something which I thought I can buy, which can be a comfort, and after all, easy money coming, it's only few more minutes. That casualness, it was a slap, shock. I just woke up. Oh God, just these few coins. And I am a guy who never touches money. Only like this initiation or any of this Arunagiri Ishwara's work, I touch money. This coin. And I remember, I collapsed completely inside. Fortunately, decided to choose the Guru, Arunagiri Ishwara, and dropped that remaining coins which was in my hand at his feet. Over. Never ever, even the casual greed. Over. Not even because it is coming effortlessly, why not? No. I should not even use the word greed. Even that casualness. If it is there, we can buy something. Even that cannot keep me away from my Guru. It was too small incident, but too big cognitive shift in me. Over. Over. There are some messages which you cannot directly tell. If you directly tell, it will look like, oh, am I wrong? Is it wrong? You will get into defense. Then you cannot be taught. The cognitive shift will not happen. I can only underline. Even a casual desire for little money should not keep you away from Guru. I can only underline. I cannot directly give you. If I give this statement directly to you, you may get into defense. Then transformation becomes painful, difficult. Sometimes things need to be very subtly told. You need to catch it. You need to catch it. Only if you catch the subtle messages given by Guru, your cognition will be consolidated. Your cognition will be consolidated. I'm just waiting, seeing whether for whom I'm giving this subtle message, are they catching it or playfully missing it? There are some who cannot be recovered. They are doomed. When I say the name, you are doomed. You can't be recovered. You are going to be drowning. So as an evidence, I am leaving this name. You are not going to save yourself. Only when you are not going to save yourself, I tell your name. If you are going to save yourself, I don't tell your name. I only send the message. And see whether you are going to catch it or going to be playing, missing it. If I tell your name, be very clear. Don't take this as good sign. If I tell your name, don't think, oh, Swamiji told my name directly and advice. Praising is different. Sometimes I tell your name and praise, that is different. During the advice, if I tell your name, be very clear. I am leaving the evidence for the future to tell. Even after Swamiji told, he did not listen. If I don't tell your name, only leave the message, I have a hope you will catch the subtle message and consolidate, catch the blind spot even you are missing, which is inside you, and change your cognition. If I am telling your name, it means very clear, you are too arrogant. You are not going to change. I am telling your name so that the future, you will be the wrong example for the future to learn lesson from you. Cognitions matter. Cognitions matter. Cognitions matter. Do you know the funny thing next what happened when I collapsed at his feet? Dropping the coins. I know at his feet, my whole cognition changed. I was completely new. He lifted me up and held my face casually and turned. I saw the sun is back. Sun was back. No sunset. He smiled and said, getting sun back is much easy for me than teaching you with the subtle message. This was more difficult. The moment you become defensive with Guru, it is spiritual suicide. You are done. Nothing can be done after that. Sometimes if Guru tells directly, you get into defensive with Guru. Over. Bye. See you later when you are ready. Understand? He said, making the sun set or getting it back is in my will. But you deciding to cognize my side or other side is your will. So I need to play here more subtly than there.
Yes. So many important, very important truths in this discourse, in this satsang. The space that we have continuously, essentially, if I can give the essence, micromanaging our inner space continuously? What is the attitude that we are having? As Swamiji was saying, how he took it for granted, thinking that that's it. I'm going to receive the initiation. So now it doesn't matter what I do, doesn't matter. It happens to all of us in our lives. We take things for granted, and we allow our patterns to once again express in our lives and mess it up. So we have to continuously micromanage our inner space throughout the day, from the time we wake up to what is the space that we are having when we eat, in our relationships, in our work, what kind of thoughts are there in our mind. Because enlightenment doesn't happen just after a singular technique, just comes out of the blue, cuts across everything, all the patterns that we have, but we have to micromanage our inner space and heal and transform every single dimension of our being. And as per our relationship with Guru, then obviously that is something that is, I should consider, that is even another topic, how to catch all the subtle messages that Swamiji gives us in every single of this video, in every single discourse, even in the other people in the Sangha. Every single message that is given to us is a subtle message from the master, and we need to learn how to catch this. So obviously this needs internalization. We need to look in. We need to have these truths in mind. Now it is time, though. I have already crossed a bit, so let's not hold you any longer. We're going to be concluding today's sessions on our main topic of harnessing the energy of desire, and how what we cherish inside manifests our reality, whether conflicting desires, contradicting desire, and essentially everything is about bringing integrity to our inner space. Having only one thing in our inner space, and that is what we want, because we know that this is what is going to manifest in reality. So maybe that is a way to conclude today's session. We thank you all for having been with us today for the whole day. We hope to see you again tomorrow. Make sure to be there for the yoga right in the morning, and then we will be there with you after that for tomorrow's Paramashivoham sessions. So now with this, let's conclude. Let's sit straight with our head, neck, and spine in a straight line, bringing our hands in the Admanjali Mudra, remembering Swamiji and expressing our gratitude for everything that we have learned and these beautiful moments that we spent today with Swamiji in the Darshan. And let's conclude with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Sri Nityananda Paramashiva Paduka Pranamastu. Om Nityanandam. Yes, thank you all. Nityanandam.
Nityanandam.
Paramashivoham Om Nitya